Hello and welcome back. This is Gertrude Mache here in Wellington, New Zealand, and I have an amazing special, which is a second interview with best-selling author Kenneth Eade, based in France. Kenneth, welcome back.
Thank you, Gertrude.
So today we're talking about your second book called Predatory Kill.
Yes.
What is this book about and what inspired you to write it?
I was thinking to write a story about somebody who sues one of the big banks because, as you know, in 2008, they put the whole world into a recession, almost a depression. And I came up with the idea of a client whose parents were given a predatory loan and given a loan that was not suitable for them. They fell into some hard times, and the bank tried to take the house away. Um, the complication comes in because the father of the client, of my hero, Brent Marks, her parents who owned the house, were brutally attacked because her father was testifying against the banks in a grand jury investigation. And so Brent Marks comes on to prosecute a predatory lending case, but it turns out that he's trying to prove that the bank murdered her mother and incapacitated her father.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, this is the big question. And I prepared it like I would any legal case. I prepared Brent Marks' side, and I prepared the antagonist side as well. So we kind of go in and duke it out in a fictitious court battle.
I love the way you think, Ken. You really use your work experience to be creative in creating these fictitious characters who win and battle things out. How does that feel having that kind of control? Whereas when you're in a real life situation, things happen and you don't have that kind of control. What is the
Well,
difference between your writing job and your profession?
the difference is I have to sit there with the plaintiff's lawyer's hat, with the judge's hat, and then with the defendant's hat, and I have to go into each of one of those personas and battle. The plaintiff has to battle the defendant, and the judge has to try to mess everybody up. That's his job. So his or her job. So I have to wear all three of those hats, and I'm very well aware of how each one of these roles are done and how the people think when they're in that role. So it's pretty easy, actually. But as you said, I call all the shots, so I'm the puppeteer.
What I love about your writing, Ken, is that you write about very topical issues. And in this particular case, there have been a lot of cases, especially when the recession hit, people were losing their homes, the banks crashed. Why is it important for you to keep highlighting the other side of what's actually going on in terms of issues in America?
Well, because I see injustice. I saw injustice when I wrote Involuntary Spy, because I saw the government was in collusion with the chemical companies and not telling the people that GMO foods are unsafe. And then with the banks, I see private people trying to sue banks, and the courts won't allow them to continue with their case. They throw their cases out of court. I see injustice there. And so when I see injustice, I like to call attention to it. That's what inspired me to write this book. And then Brent Marks actually went on to become a legal series, and he tackles another injustice in his next book.
Okay, so there's a sequel to this book, correct?
Actually, it's a prequel because
Okay.
a lot of my readers liked a character that didn't survive this book, and I had to bring him back in the prequel because they were complaining about it.
So how do your readers communicate and connect with you? Do you have a blog?
I have a blog. I do a lot of communication with readers through Amazon. When they write a review, I like to connect with them. And I also have Twitter. And with Twitter, a lot of readers connect with me and discuss the books with me.
Fantastic. This is a very creative way of, I guess, delivering appropriate content. I mean, if your character was that good and they wanted him back, it's given you that inspiration to keep telling his story, and your readers actually get to be involved in that creative process.
Exactly. I mean, when they say that there's something they don't like and it's because the character they liked is no more, I figured, okay, I'll just resurrect him, but it's not a soap opera, so I've got to write a prequel. So that's how it works.
Oh, I love it. And I know we mentioned in your first interview that you are actually looking to collaborate with a group of lawyers globally in the
Yes.
creation of your next book. I know that a couple of my friends have said that they're interested in joining you. I've got some friends in
Uh-oh.
Vancouver who have said that they would be interested in taking part in here in New Zealand as well. So, what would be the kind of person we're looking for? I know it would be lawyers. Does it have to be criminal law specifically? Let's do it again, Kenneth.
I
Ah,
don't
too
know
bad.
why this has happened. I don't know why this is happening. I never have
Okay.
this problem.
Technology can be fickle.
I guess.
So we will continue. I didn't stop the broadcast. I'll just edit that chunk out.
Oh, okay.
So I want to talk a little bit about the kind of person we want to draw in to get involved in the next project, okay?
Okay. Yep.
Uh, so I know that in the last interview, we talked about securing other authors or other lawyers to join you in the collaboration of the social experiment to write your next book. Who would
Yes.
that person be? Do they have to be criminal lawyers or can they be any lawyers in general?
Oh, any lawyers in general. We all have different experiences, and we can all draw from those. And
Okay,
we all kind of think the same way. We're taught to think analytically.
all right. Would this be a project that could appeal to law students?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think especially to law students. I wouldn't rule them out at all. We haven't had any respond yet, but I would welcome that.
Fantastic, because I
Any law
really think
student?
it could be an opportunity for law students to get mentoring, really, by collaborating with experienced lawyers who are getting
Oh,
involved in this project. Am I correct?
it's a great idea. Yes, you are. Absolutely.
All right, so we'll put the word out to law schools. I love this. You
Okay.
are a very creative man, Kenneth,
Thank you.
and I'm really looking forward to catching up with you again and finding out about the next book.
Me too. We have Brent Marks coming back again, and it's called The Patriots Act.
Fantastic. Well, you take care.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.